The Millau Viaduct, Le Viaduct de Millau, is a cable-stayed bridge that spans the valley of the river Tarn near Millau in southern France. It was designed by the French structural engineer Michael Verloux and British architect Norman Foster. Its construction began on 2001 and was opened on December of 2004. It is the tallest bridge in the world, with one mast height of 343 meters above the base of the structure, more than the Eiffel Tower. It is also renowned for its design, which was considered impossible to construct on its inception, and for being one of the greatest achievements in engineering. It is part of the A75-A71 Autoroute A6 from Paris to Béziers and Montpellier. It was built to minimize the congestion on the route from Paris to Spain during summers and holidays. It consists of a 4-lane cable-stayed bridge with semi-fan system that crosses the valley. This means that multiple cables from each pillar are transmitted to support a section of the bridge deck around the pillar. It is supported by 7 piers, numbered from north to south, that are anchored to the ground. The roadway over the Millau Bridge is 2.46 kilometers long and weighs about 36,000 tons. The project required about 127,000 cubic meters of concrete, 19,000 tons of steel for the reinforced concrete, and 5,000 tons of pre-stressed steel for the cables and shrouds. The construction of the bridge was done in 3 phases. The first phase was concrete, which covered the foundations and piers. The foundations consisted of a base plate and 4 piles that were 5 meters in diameter and 14 meters long. The bases were made out of reinforced concrete and steel. The piers were constructed using reinforced concrete and an automatic rail climbing system. The second phase was steel, which involved the road deck. This deck includes all the areas people will actually move on. It is a trapezoidal box 4 meters deep, and it's made of steel because of weight and costs. The deck was prefabricated and made on site, and hydraulic movers were used to lift it. After the pillars were put in place, the deck was laid on top of the pillars from each end. Success depended on the 2 parts of the deck meeting with perfect geometry. And, despite of the 2 ends of the bridge being at different heights and the slight curve in the design of the bridge, the 2 parts of the deck were aligned within 1 centimeter. The third phase included the masts and stays, which are used in supporting the deck of the bridge. The masts were made of reinforced concrete and are 87 meters tall. Each one holds 11 pairs of stays. The stays are made out of 55 to 91 high-tensile steel cables, which are protected with 3 layers of galvanization, a coating of petroleum wax, and an extruded polyethylene sheet to prevent from corrosion and damaging of the cables. The construction of the Millau Viaduct was aimed to cut the traveling time to southern France, removing the bottleneck at Millau through the conclusion of the motorway between Paris and the Mediterranean. This was also proved to be a major tourist draw, resulting in several new hotels and shops being built in the city. The toll people have to pay for crossing the bridge helps the town to accommodate the tourists. Also, the viaduct has served as part of the route for several marathons. By choosing to have a cable-stayed bridge, serious consideration had to be given to make the bridge look as natural as possible. This caused the designers to make the bridge white, so it could be confused with nature. Also, the morning mist and low-lying clouds hide the concrete piers and give the impression that the deck is delicately floating on them. The Millau Viaduct is a bridge considered both a work of art and one of the best structures of the modern era, and is ranked as one of the great engineering achievements of all time.